Hey guys, Scrap It's back, and we're going to do another scrap it out and see if it's worth it thing. This is a Brother AX-450 electronic typewriter. Ooh la la. We're going to see what's in this thing. It's missing a piece up here. There's something rattling around inside of it. I didn't even plug it in to see if it worked. I don't even know if I have a cord that'll make it work, so I doubt it's worth anything anyway. So we're going to see what's in this thing. I'm hoping that it's got a green board in it, meaning it's not a low grade board. I'll get something better than low grade out of it. But I'd also imagine this thing has one or two motors in it at least. It's probably got a fairly good sized transformer, a handful of wire, some steel, so on and so forth. So first of all, there's probably enough steel in this where most scrap yards would take this as shred steel. I mean, I can just see there's a big steel bracket here. This roller is made of steel or some kind of metal, and it's got a pretty good weight to it. So let's see what this thing would just weigh up as if we were going to throw it in our tin shred pile. So we got 9 pounds, 4 ounces, so roughly 9 pounds. 6 cents a pound, so 50-60 cents worth just as it sits like this. So what I'm going to do is I will open this thing up. We'll see what's in it. Oh, the cord's on it. Oh, so that's with the cord. Nice. I didn't see the cord behind the cord holder. So I'm going to open this thing up. I'll come back, I'll show you, and then we'll see what's in it and see if it's worth opening up. See you in a bit. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Actually, it only took me, seriously, like under 60 seconds to get this far, so that's not too bad at all. But there's a brown board in here. There's quite a few IC chips on this thing. I haven't seen the underside of it yet. So a big chunk of steel here. There's probably a motor inside of this thing. We got the roller right there, and then back here, if you can see very well, we do have a transformer right there, and there looks like there's another brown board underneath there, kind of a power board. Got a motor here, a little motor right there, kind of some junky computer wire. So, and then whatever's under this thing, it looks like we might have a green board under here, but I think that's what the I'm sorry, there's a green board under here, and it's probably what the display is hooked to, so I imagine it's not worth anything. There is a steel plate here, so there's the keyboard things under there. We'll take a look at that too. So I'm going to get this thing apart, we'll come back, we'll weigh it up, kind of see if it's worth it or not. Okay, so it's all taken apart and so on and so forth, and so let's see what we got out of this thing. So here's the junk steel pieces, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little piece of that. There's a couple other small pieces, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So it's just over 2 pounds of junk steel pieces, so 12-15 cents worth of that. And then we ended up with some low-grade circuit boards. You could remove the IC chips if you want off of that. Actually, you might do that on this one. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on there. So we got that one. There's a little chip on the back of that thing. This thing can come off if you want to. It's not that hard to take off of there, and you can get a better grade board on that thing. So low-grade boards, about 1/2 pound, so I'll get about a nickel for this. So I'll probably clean up a little bit of the low-grade boards. So we got that. We got 3 ounces of drop cord, which is about normal for anything like this. About a 1/2 of an ounce or so, or about an ounce of just basic junky computer wire. I get 55 cents a pound for. There was a sheet aluminum heatsink in there, which was a little bit surprising. So a couple ounces of aluminum, and then we ended up with a transformer. That's about 1 pound 3 ounces, so That's somewhere around 25 cents they get for that transformer. And then this thing, which they'll take as a motor, it's a couple of copper coils, but they're easy to bust out of there, so I'm going to keep it and take the copper out of it. And so then we got about a half a pound worth of motors out of there, so that's about 10, you know, between 5 and 10 cents depending on the prices that you get. So overall, was it worth taking apart? Probably. It only took me about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes to take the whole thing apart. And if you're going to take this glass piece out, this will be a better grade board. You could remove the IC chip. You could remove the IC chips from these low grade boards, which would probably make it a little bit more worthwhile. So all in all, I think it's worth taking apart, but if you ever run into one now, you know what to expect and you can decide. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.